Welcome to a video, or a series of videos, maybe two videos, or maybe one hat is for one car and one hat is for the other car, but can you guess which hat goes with which car? But is that worthy of a backwards cap drive? Let's find out. I'll take them both for a drive, probably without hats, because I forgot to put them on when I was driving, and we shall see. So join me as we take nut job 1 and nut job 2 out for a drive. Nut job 3's over there. Yeah. So here we are in car number 2, which is a 1.8 turbo ZS. So we're just going to turn around from this little petrol station. Ooh. Oh my days, this feels nice. Let's see what this feels like compared to. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, Carl. That is the most amazing thing I have ever driven. Jeebus. This is some crazy concoction. Oh, and that turbo sound. Oh my God. This, Carl, honestly, I've got to add this. Just that noise. Wow, how would anybody ever get bored of listening to that? Oh dear. This is bonkers. This is one bonkers car. Carl, don't ever sell this, even if you want to get a Porsche or whatever. Just don't. Unless I've got thousands of pounds sat waiting in my bank account to buy something that I don't need, and then I'll buy it. But this is crackers. Oh, now what I need to do is drive an MGZS with this engine to see what that's like. So first impressions, amazing. This is one hell of a toy. I thought the 45 is nippy, but this is crackers. I can't even think of any superlatives to throw at it. It's amazingly fun. As soon as that turbo starts to spool up, it's just like a wall of power. It's just torque, and it's just enjoyable. It's like pressing warp drive, and I've not even accelerated in anger yet. We've only just pulled out of a petroleum station, but yeah. So very impressed. And the ride isn't harsh. I mean, you can feel it. You can feel more of the road than you can on the 45, but it's not bonkers. It's not crashy. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so it's not crashy. It's quite a good ride. Again, showing that the ZS and the 45 is a good platform for a driver's car. There's nothing bad about this platform at all. Oh, I don't want to get too crazy with this thing. It just makes the best noises. It just makes the best noises, and even when you're not wanting to go quickly, you've just got that torque. You've just got that torque there. Let's compare it. Let's compare it to Penny, Rob Streetwise. So it's got a similar sort of push, but this just feels like there's more there. I don't know whether that's a platform thing or whether it's a roads thing, because I've not driven Penny on anything wide and smooth. Bejeebus. Very good. Very, very good. Yes, there's definitely an amount of fun to be had from this. Yes. Now, I remember Carl saying once, he says it's quick, but it's not motorbike quick. I'm not sure whether I'm going to debate that, to be honest. It's not superbike quick, but it is definitely motorbike quick. I feel, because it can put its power down. On a bike, trying to do stuff like that, you have to be super careful and super committed. In this, you don't need to have that amount of balance with it, because it's a car, obviously, not a bike. And you can use it. So I disagree. I think this is sports bike quick, but I don't think it's super bike quick. Definitely a lot of pull in there. We've not revved it anywhere near what it can rev at. Just that sound of that turbo spilling up, and that, I assume it's a dump valve. I'm not entirely certain. Is addictive. It's addictive. Okay, so I think he's going to go all the way around and then back up there. So we're going to be going all the way around a roundabout. Oh, now then. Now this does grip. How delightful. That is quite nice. That is quite a good little run. Well, we should really go back. We really should go back to our scoring system before I end up using all Carl's fuel on turbo noises. There is a bit of mud on these roundabouts as well, so I am being a little bit cautious. That just that noise of that turbo is enough to keep me entertained. So we'll go back to this scoring system. So it's looks at lips. So it's looks, interior, performance, and score. So looks wise, number one, it's red. You can't go wrong with a red car. I can't think of a bad looking red car. Red is a good colour for any car. Yeah, I'll stick with that. People challenge me in the comments if you want, but I think red is a good colour for any car. Let's try driving it in, booting it in third. Even in third, it's got the grunt you need. So, looks red, good colour. It's got the body kit on it, which you'll see on the outside shots. It's got lovely wheels on it. It's pretty much a gorgeous looking ZS. Again, I prefer the saloon versions, but it's a minuscule difference in likeness from me for the hatchbacks to the saloon versions. This, perfect. If it were the saloon, I'd be trying to get some money to buy one. But yeah, it's a gorgeous looking thing. One thing I have to say about the 45 is the pedal box isn't set up very well to do heel and toe, which I think could have been a benefit. I'm sure you can change that. If you really wanted to get it set up for heel and toe, I'm sure we could. Well, more for me, heel and toe. I can heel and toe in a TF dead easy, but I don't seem to be able to do it in these as elegantly as I would like to, basically. So yeah, looks best colour, good shape, good body kit, gorgeous looking thing. Interior, now then. So with this being the facelift one, it's slightly different to the 45. So you've got different sort of door cards on it. Well, these are Alicante or whatever they call it. That's kind of nice. The door cards are the same. The dashboard's different. This has got the round ZT Audi TT type dials on it. Noise. Yeah, it's a nice looking thing. Most of it's the same, but it's just the dashboard's got different stuff on it. There's no creaks or rattles or anything, even when we're going over some of these little jiggly bumps and stuff. These seats are very nice. Again, typical MG seats. They're very supportive. They hold you better than on the 45. The 45 seats are very nice and comfortable and everything, but they don't hold you as well as these. So if I was doing this kind of driving, but in that car, I'd have been sliding all over. Whereas in this one, these are pretty much perfect seats for me. So yeah, there's that. And again, everything's a nice looking colour. There's nothing weird about it. It's all the normal MG Rover stuff. All the normal MG Rover stuff you can expect from an MG of this era. Headlining's in good nick. Yeah, everything's spot on. Oh, the door cards need redoing, but that's about it. I do like the inside of these. They're very nice. There's not really anything I'd change on them, to be honest. They're useful, handsome looking cars. What else? So the next one is performance. Now, this isn't a standard ZS, so we're not comparing it with a standard ZS. This is a ZS with a 1.8 turbo unit from an MG6 in it. And one of the questions you might be asking is, well, what difference does it make? This makes a massive amount of difference. So the 45 that I've just driven is a 1.8 135 from a TF. I don't know what figures this pushes out in power and torque and that lot, but I can tell you it's a world apart from the 45. It sticks to start again. It sticks to the road. That is one thing. It sticks to the road. As you can see, we went round a roundabout and then back again. It sticks to a road. It moves a little bit, but the platform itself is a really good platform, as it was in the 45. But because it's got the power to drag you out of the corner, it's got that extra bit. It's got that extra oomph on it, an extra bit of go that just gives you that energy. It's a bit like the Fabia VRS I had, which I always go back to because that's the main thing that I can compare it to. It was a nice Sarboth there. Yeah, it's got that. It's that torque. It's that torque that pulls you out. That's the thing that you need. The suspension, which is quite a good subject to come on to actually at the moment. So these bits of roads that we're going down are the jiggly bits that we were on before. And you can feel it's harder than the 45, but it's not silly hard on the suspension. It's firm. It's firm, but it sticks. It's a good compromise, and it just goes to show you how good a platform this is, that it can take these sorts of changes on it. I could get used to hearing that turbo all the time. I wonder how much it does miles per gallon. I don't think there's a thing on these that tells you, is there? I bet it's not too bad actually. I'll have to ask Carl. We'll have to ask Carl what he thinks it's like miles per gallon. It's just a totally different beast. Just a totally different beast. It's just that noise. Who wouldn't want that in their life? So performance-wise, yeah, exactly what I kind of expected it to be. In the back of my mind, I knew it was going to be something pretty damn special. It handles well, it goes well, the insides are comfortable, it looks nice without being too over the top. It's not like what did they call it? Whatever Mustard and Boaty have called the 180 that they've got, the V6 180. I can't remember what they've called it. What have they called it? Anyway, whatever, is it Doris or something? Whatever they've called that, the blue 180 V6 that they've got in ZS Saloon, it's not as in your face as that. It's subtle, and I think that's a good reflection. That's possibly a good reflection on Carl's character. Carl's character, I think, is in this car. It's not showy offy, but it likes to have a bit of fun, and it's a cheeky little thing. So yeah, I think that's possibly a good comparison. There's a bit of Carl in this car, as there is a bit of Carl in the 45, to be honest, because that's not just a 45, that's a 45 with a bit of character added to it, which then makes the comparison to a person a bit weird then. I know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, just answers on a postcard at the bottom. Yes, I want a car that sounds like it's got got something going on. Right, we're in 5th, doing 50. It pulls away. It's just literally one hell of a fun machine. I wonder what it's like on the motorway. I bet this is a hoot to overtake people on motorway. Going back to the performance side of it again, you can tell on this road, you can tell it's a bit firm compared to the 45, but it's not over the top. It's not over the top firm. And Cole spent a bit on the rear end of this as well. It's had rear arms and poly bushers and all sorts on it. So it's not exactly a standard ZS, and that's what makes it an amazing little thing. You can chuck it into a corner, and at not one point have I felt that it's skittish or anything. It's very, very well planted. So I'm going to do 50, and then I'm just going to put my foot to the floor and see how well it picks up. So in fact, we'll do 40 now. As soon as it gets to 3,000 RPM, that's when it picks up. Well, it picks up all the time, but when it gets to 3,000 RPM, that's when you can feel it really wanting to go. It's started to rain a bit now, so I'm not going to go mad. Just that noise. It's just I'm not going to be able to cope driving home without that noise. We've just gone past a McLaren F1. We're at a McLaren F1? No, not an F1. A McLaren anyway. And honestly, I'm not sure I'd be able to enjoy driving that as much as I'd enjoy driving this. I think this is a perfect setup for a road toy. I see on these sorts of big undulations you can feel it's firm, but it doesn't detract from it. It's not sort of, oh, my back. It's not like Margaret firm. Everything just feels well laid out as well. That's another good thing about the whole platform. Again, it's just a well set up platform. It'd be interesting to see if one day I manage to drive both his 45 V6 and the ZS 180. Maybe I have a go in both, just to see how they compare. This is definitely the benchmark. This is the benchmark for toy cars from now on. Until I drive something else which surpasses this is the benchmark for toy cars. So much so that I'm thinking, how can I get hold of a saloon version of a 45 or a ZS and get the money together to get a turbo engine put in it. See, I thought Codfather and the Impreza were things that were going to blow my mind. The Impreza's still up there, but it's not on the same par as this. This is the pinnacle of toy car. And I bet you could use it every day as well. The brakes, I never mentioned the brakes as well. The brakes are pretty good. The brakes were good on the 45, and that's got drums on the back, so yes, definitely better than Henny's brakes, but we all know Henny's brakes need some doing.
Any ideas?
Hello again. While we're sat in some traffic, I thought I'll think of some random rubbish to talk about. So I'm sat behind a Rover 45, and it's a good looking car. It's a good looking car, and obviously we're surrounded by other more modern cars. For example, we've got a Ford Wow Track at the side of us. There's a Volvo XC60, a Volkswagen Turok, I think they're called, up towards us, and it's just makes me think, what's happened to character in cars? Where's the character gone from car designs? Because everything seems to be smoothed off with pointy lights, and there doesn't seem to be any characters to cars' faces anymore, or bums as well. Is it? Oh, random. Everything just seems to be so generic. Now, maybe it's another thing of that's what everybody says. Even my dad might have said of cars in the 90s, oh, they all look exactly the same. And then in 20 years' time, Morgan might be saying, oh, they all look exactly the same. Not that Morgan's at all bothered about cars, but you get my drift. Maybe it's a generation thing. But there does seem to be some manufacturers that are trying, I suppose. Like the Citroen DS3s, I quite like those. They've got a bit of style to them. They've tried at least, and that was the whole ethos of the DS parts of Citroen, wasn't it? That they were the stylish ones. That's what was there to sort of tell them apart from the other ones, from the normal Citroens. But yes, certainly modern day cars don't seem to have got the same amount of character about them. Oh, speed bump test. Yeah, you can feel the back end's firm on it, but it's not crackers. Yeah, some of these that I came down over with Henny, I couldn't even feel that they were there, to be honest. Oh, I just encourage you just to drive like a nutter. It's like if you're not used to it, it just happens. It just happens. Have you ever had that experience in life where things just happen without you wanting them to? It's like that. Please don't reverse out into me. Oh, he's gone up forwards. And there we are. That is us back at Carl HQ in ridiculous car, and what a pleasure it is, and I must remember to thank Carl for that. So thank you for watching this video and the other video that I watched possibly as well, that you watched possibly as well. If not, you should watch both videos, and take care.